Mike, a 1-0 victory away from home to Lincoln today. What's your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, result was everything. I think we knew that coming in. I've talked previously about us feeling like we've had a bit of a raw deal recently, and I'll be really honest, Bailey, I think over the last few weeks there's only really the Garforth game that we've played poorly. Everything else I've been kind of happy with where we've been, but we've been on the wrong side of all sorts to not take results. So you get to a point where you just need a result, and tonight was that night. And I think in the first half we were brilliant. We were very front-footed for a Tuesday night away from home. We had a game plan. We wanted to play a certain way on a similar pitch to ours, a big pitch, a decent pitch that we thought we could exploit their weaknesses and get outside of fullbacks, and we did that really well in the first half. We wanted balls into the box because we were starting Jake up there, and Jake caused quite a few problems from set pieces and balls into the box, but we probably didn't do it enough. But yeah, we was happy and felt comfortable in the first half. I think the second half felt very much as the longer it went on and we didn't kill it, we started to look like a team that hadn't won for a while. So it becomes a little bit squeaky bum time, if you want to call it that. So yeah, to get out of here, clean sheet was big, but the result was everything. And although we did take our foot off and invite quite a bit on in the second half, I thought the boys stood up fantastically well. And from a defensive perspective, we've really locked them down and made it difficult for them. One of Matty Dixon's blocks in the 85th minute, that's the sort of body on the line stuff that you want from your skipper, and it deserved the clean sheet. So yeah, all in all, result was very, very important. Clean sheet's really impressive, and it's chalked off. We're done.
As you say, clean sheet for Joshua Render on his debut, a man of the match. Thoughts on this performance?
Yeah, I thought he was great. Dashi hasn't done too much wrong previously. He was ill in the week before we went to Dunstan and struggled with that a little bit, but Josh was coming into the club in the summer, and he broke his collarbone, so this is his first competitive game, and had been thrust in there because we had plans to send him out on loan and get 4 or 5 games in him, and he's been thrust in there. So yeah, I thought he was great. He didn't put a foot wrong, from a clean sheet perspective. His distribution was good. We hit Jake when we needed to. We hit the wide men when we needed to, and he played quick. So yeah, I think he'll be sore in the morning because that's a 90 minutes that he's probably not experienced for a while after his injury. But we've worked on him a lot with Josh and the medical guys and getting him back involved in training. So he deserved that. He deserved the clean sheet.
Ben Lewis took a knock and was taken off. Any injury concerns?
No, we'll have a look at him. He just had a sore knee. And again, listen, we have been back to back with the FA Cup games and the replays that we had, and we did well in the FA Trophy, and we were still playing in that. So we're back to back midweek in pretty much the whole of October. So it's catching up with a few, and we've got the luxury that we can make changes. Jack Whiting came back in at full back. But Ben, I don't think there's a concern there. He's just got a sore knee that we need to monitor and make sure he's okay. But I'd be hopeful that there's no problems there for Saturday.
Moving on to Saturday, we are on home turf. How do you prepare for the match?
Well, we'll make sure that they're all good, like I've just said. We'll go to Josh's place on Thursday, I think, and have a bit of a rehab session and make sure that they're all loose and good to go. But yeah, we'll have Ponty watched again, like we do with everybody, and make sure we've got a individual game plan to play against them, and hope that the tails are up a little bit because we've needed that win. We've needed it for a bit.
Mike, thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, pal.